6. As you
Hi guys, welcome to another PKTV Productions. This is going to be one of the iPhone 12 Pro Max days, and here is the swag of stuff we have for the iPhone Pro Max. So we've got our iPhone Pro Max in graphite, 512 gigabytes. We've also got our MagSafe, and of course the leather MagSafe. So we're going to unbox these products and we're going to get going with a few tests with the MagSafe as well. So without further ado, let's do it. Right, so here it is. This is the iPhone Pro Max in 512 gigabytes in graphite. So let's open up the box and see what we have inside. As you can see right here, it's a very thin packed box, and we've got pretty much nothing to it pretty much. So let's have a look and see what's inside. Okay, so as you can see, we're presented with the 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED HDR display with a ceramic shield front and a textured matte glass on the back with some stainless steel sides right there. And this weighs about 7.96 ounces, so that's about 226 grams. So let's take a look at here. So we've got very minimalistic actual packaging here. So let's see what else we got inside the box. So we've got the lightning to USB-C lightning cable. We've got our little accessory box here with a SIM ejector and a single Apple sticker. And as that's all you pretty much get in the box for the iPhone this year and here in 2020. So let's have a look at some MagSafe accessories. So this is the leather MagSafe case in the color of black. It retails for about 89 Australian dollars, and it's not cheap if you want to go down this path. And as you can see, we've got a detailed instruction manual here for the actual applying of the case. Once we get all that out, we have our MagSafe circle in the middle there. So that is pretty much the magnets in there that connect everywhere. We've got our metal buttons, our leather back, of course, and that's going to allow us to have a solid connection to any MagSafe device. So those magnets are key. And there's pretty much nothing else in the box, so let's move on to the next accessory. This is the MagSafe charger. Typically, back in the day, MagSafe was on the Max. It served a different purpose. It was designed to pull off your laptop easily if someone tripped over your cable.
And when the cord gets yanked, it just pulls right off.
So your laptop wouldn't go flying. MagSafe in this case makes no sense. It's totally different on the iPhone. It's used mainly to connect your phone wirelessly by perfectly aligning the charging coils every time. And as you can see, if we've opened up here, we've just literally got the charging disc and we've got the USB-C cable. And a whole bunch of instructions and all that stuff. Right, you will need a 20-watt Apple adapter or Apple charger. So I have about a 29-watt Apple charger, so I'm going to be setting this up and we're going to test it out. Taking a look at the iPhone 12 Pro Max, looking at those stainless steel sides, you can see it's already showing fingerprints. Its design is very similar to that of the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 4 back in the day, just a much bigger phone. We can see there's a massive lens at the back we've got one ultra wide, wide, and 2.5 optical zoom, and we also have our LiDAR sensor. Let's fit it into the case and see how this fits. As you can see, fairly simple, fairly snug, works really well. As you can see right there, we've got our metal buttons, and we're just going to power this on and make sure for the first time and get this all set up so we can start taking a look at what this thing can do. So I'm just going to put it down and we're going to go through the quick setup, and I'll get all my data transferred over and we'll get going. Okay, just while this is transferring my data, let's take a look at some of the differences between the 11 Pro Max and the 12 Pro Max. So I've got them both side by side here. Both of them have the Apple genuine cases on there. As you can see, there's a bit of a difference here once you see the sides. We've got a little bit of a roll there, and we've got a little bit of flatness there. And you can see there's exposed bottom on the previous leather case, as well as you can see those metal buttons now that preside on the new case, and there's a little bit of thickness there, but the flat edges you can see is very distinct. When we take a look at the back here, you can really see the difference there in the difference in cases as well as the difference in those cameras. So yeah, let's take a look at what else we can do with this actual iPhone. From the front here, you can see it's going to take me a while, so let's get through this and I'll show you more on the iPhone. Right, let's test this out on the MagSafe. And there we go, that's as easy as that. It lines up perfectly, and it lines up and allows you to move around with this thing on. So for those that like to charge and also play with their phone, it's just as easy as that, but you have to physically pull it off, which defeats the purpose of MagSafe from the Mac perspective. But anyway, works really well. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So that just works as per normal, except you have to align it manually, and there you go, it works eventually once you get the right alignment. So awesome. So I'll be back when my data's pretty much all set up and running. So let's get down to basics. In this phone, it's Apple's A14 Bionic chip. What does that mean for you? It means it's faster than last year's model. No, seriously, it's noticeably faster than last year's model. So let's have a look at those cameras. They have a massive lens compared to last year's model, as you can see right there. And because those lenses are bigger, much bigger, the aperture is also bigger at a f-stop of 2.4, which is insane for a phone camera. And at the top of that, we have a 2.5x optical zoom. As you can see, when we put the 2 Pro Maxes side by side, you can see that the 12 Pro Max is quite taller and quite longer. So that is a clear difference there. So let's have a look at the front of these phones, and you can see them in a new light. So you can see it's clearly taller on the 12 Pro Max as opposed to last year's model of the 11. Right, let's discuss MagSafe chargers. So we need to tell you guys if this even works as a MagSafe device. So I'm going to put it all back on the charger and see what happens if I pull on it. Now you see what the madness is when I actually do this. So I'm going to pull on it just as like I'm walking out the door, and I'm not bothered about pulling it off the charger. And yes, it does in fact detach very easily. So it does sort of serve that purpose of MagSafe. You can just pull your phone off and it just detaches. Very well done there, Apple. And that is how MagSafe should be. Right, so this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max in all of its glory. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.